The Bible is the most widely read book in history, shaping the beliefs of millions. But its words have changed over centuries as translators seek to make ancient texts clearer for modern readers. Two words, miracle and convert, stand out in this evolution. In older translations like the King James Version, miracle signals a direct act of God, and be converted means God transforms a person's heart. Modern translations often use sign instead of miracle and turn instead of be converted. These subtle shifts can change how readers perceive God's role, divine intervention versus symbolic meaning, God's action versus human reasoning. This script explores why translators made these changes and how they affect the meaning of key passages. The question is asked, which translation is more right or wrong? The key is to understand the impact of word choices. Language shapes belief. The words we use for faith matter deeply. For many, miracle affirms God's power, and be converted points to a supernatural transformation. When these terms are altered, the essence of faith is diminished. Examining these shifts helps us become more thoughtful readers and appreciate the delicate task of translation. Why were these words chosen? What do they mean for faith? Let's find out why these changes matter so much to those who hold the Bible as the cornerstone of their beliefs. In the King James Bible, miracle describes events that defy nature and showcase God's power. When Jesus turns water into wine or heals the blind, it's called a miracle, an unmistakable act of God. Modern translations often use sign instead, as in John 2-11. What Jesus did here in Cana was the first of the signs. This change is significant. Miracle means supernatural. Sign points to meaning or symbolism. A sign can be natural or supernatural, shifting focus from the act's power to its message. For many, this lessens the sense of God's direct intervention. The extraordinary becomes more symbolic, and the supernatural impact is softened. For believers who see miracles as proof of God's omnipotence, this matters deeply. Miracle affirms a God who breaks natural laws. Sign can feel less immediate, less powerful. The change can lead readers to question whether these events were truly supernatural or just meaningful lessons. The foundation of God's power in the text feels less certain. For many, that's a profound shift in how they read the Bible. Sometimes, miracle isn't just replaced, it's removed. Modern translations often use work or deed instead, as in John 7-21, I have done one work and ye all marvel. The context is miraculous, but the word miracle is missing. Across the Gospels, the King James uses miracle about 30 times. Modern versions, far less. The acts remain, but the supernatural label fades, making the stories feel less extraordinary. This can encourage natural explanations and erode the sense of God's direct power. For many, the reduction of miracle is seen as a weakening of the Bible's testimony to God's ability to act beyond understanding. Another major change is how salvation is described. The King James often uses be converted, a passive phrase. God acts on the person. In Matthew 18-3, Jesus says, except ye be converted, ye shall not enter the kingdom of heaven. Modern translations say change or turn, shifting the action to the individual. This small change has big theological implications. Be converted emphasizes God's initiative. Turn suggests human decision. The focus moves from divine grace to human will. For many, this isn't just grammar, it's the heart of the gospel. Who acts first, God or the person? The translation shapes the answer. The shift can lead readers to see salvation as more about human effort than God's intervention. That's a fundamental change in how faith is understood. Words matter, especially in matters of faith. Miracle and be converted aren't just vocabulary, They're doctrinal statements about God's power and grace. When replaced with sign or turn, something essential can be lost, even if the translation is accurate. These choices reflect a tension between God's sovereignty and human responsibility. A Bible that uses sign and turn may encourage a more human-centered view. Thoughtful readers pay attention to these details, knowing every translation is also an interpretation. Comparing versions helps us see how a single word can shape our understanding of God. In faith, the words we choose form the very foundation of belief.